Can we please give Director Roos and the entire Eagle team a round of applause? Thank you for pulling together this amazing and exciting and, from the looks up here, really big gathering of people who are values aligned, who are mission driven, who are remaining steadfast in your commitment to progress. Recognizing that no matter what the headwinds may be, no matter the lies that are told, no matter the threats that are made, we must only move in one direction here in the state of Michigan. This is a direction of leadership that pushes us forward into a future where we continue to better understand our climate as it changes, where we also continue to play a role in ensuring that all of our people in our communities will be respected and connected in that future, where we recognize that there's a role for those of us who have ideas in business and leadership to play in making sure that we can continue to create opportunities for everyone in this climate-forward future. Michigan, we are well positioned to be the best state at managing the natural resources that we've been blessed with. Governor Whitmer and I have taken very seriously that responsibility of stewardship that I know so many of you take seriously. We take seriously the connections and collaborations that you've built that bring forth new ideas about how we can, again, better shape this future. This My Healthy Climate Conference, this is the third convening of this group, and it only gets bigger and better. And what I appreciate is that it also gets more creative and more inspiring. There are more people here with more ideas about how we move forward, more willing to challenge one another, as well as challenge those who stand against us as we make progress on our climate. And I want to thank each and every one of you for putting your whole self into this effort and into this movement. Because frankly, for such a time as this, when we have seen perhaps climate change denialism be at its peak in our American culture, we need to be at the peak of our strength. We need to be at the peak of our connectivity and the peak of our resolve, and make sure that people know that Michigan is the best place to make progress, the best place to have an idea, and the best place to move our goals forward. So I think what you're organized around here today, I think is important. I want to be blunt about the truth about what we're facing. Right now, Republicans at the federal and the state level are attacking climate action. They are committing to rolling back investments that have been made, that have been committed, that have been promised to people and communities here in the state of Michigan, to the tune of putting $14 billion of investment at risk that will raise energy prices on Michiganders if that comes to fruition, that'll make it harder to start a clean energy business or to grow one, and that frankly, it'll make it harder for Michiganders to be healthy. But that is why our work at the state level, at the community level here in Michigan is so much more important. It magnifies the significance of our choices and our actions. We are on the front lines. We are defining the future of what this movement and what this economy looks like. And frankly, I can think of no better place to do it from but Michigan. This doesn't just have to be, however, about playing defense. Like, for those of you who don't know, I played a little bit of basketball in a former chapter in my life. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Sometimes we need to change the world, not just respond to people who want to take us backward. And so we have to continue to talk about this fight as an opportunity to innovate, an opportunity to lead, and an opportunity to grow, to build on the momentum we have as the state that has the #1 clean energy sector job growth. We are seeing more clean energy related and adjacent businesses starting and growing in Michigan than we ever have in our state and our economy's history. And that is a challenge for us to do more, to have more people getting into this piece of the movement. And I want folks to know that this administration, the Whitmer-Gilchrist administration, has had your back before, has your back today, and will continue to have your back and stand shoulder to shoulder with you going forward. Now, as an illustration of that commitment, I am super excited to announce a new program here from this stage. It's called the My Healthy Climate Challenge. Now, just like the program we announced called Pitch Michigan last year, the My Healthy Climate Challenge will award millions of dollars to solve our biggest climate challenges here in the state of Michigan. It will lower barriers to taking action at the local government level in the state of Michigan. It'll also help community lenders, schools, churches and faith organizations, and nonprofits across Michigan participate and play a role in our climate response going forward. The first challenge will address major obstacles in implementing our plan and meeting our climate goals, a lack of access to renewable energy, including residential and community solar across Michigan. So Governor Whitmer and I, we are super proud of the My Healthy Climate package that we signed into law to grow the clean energy economy. And we know that we must work together as a collection to go forward. So the first challenge is live right now. It starts right now. You can go to michigan.gov/MHC challenge or scan the QR codes that are available on tables. That first challenge is called Solar for Savings. It will provide $9 million in pilot grants for residential and community solar projects, as well as enabling home upgrades and energy storage projects. Applying is simple. Scan the code, go to michigan.gov/MHC challenge, and y'all go get some of that $9 million. We have work to do, and we hope this is an incentive and, yes, a challenge for more people to put more ideas into this space so that more innovation can come from Michigan that will hopefully be copied and scaled up across the country. Now, this announcement builds on work that we've done previously. We've invested millions of dollars to incentivize renewable energy efficient home repairs, lowering costs for families, and making homes safer, more comfortable, and more affordable. I was proud to launch the Michigan Climate Investment Accelerator, for example, turning every Michigan community lender into a green bank to help Michiganders lower their energy costs. And that greenhouse gas reduction fund that we leveraged for that program, that is exactly the kind of program that is under assault from the Trump administration that we must all advocate to fight for. Last year at this conference, I announced the Michigan Climate Justice Challenge to help local communities and organizations compete for federal funding. And now we've also announced mobility grants to improve access and cut carbon emissions in Michigan's national parks. All that is to say, we have taken important steps. We have laid a foundation. We've gotten a good start. We've tested some things out. We have a little bit of a hint as to what works. But as any engineer will tell you, now that we know something works a little bit, we have to scale it up quickly so it can work a lot and everywhere, in more markets, in more communities, in more circumstances. We have an amazing story to tell of progress in Michigan. And now we must go tell it on the mountain across each one of our communities and invite people to participate in the progress that we've already realized. Because we cannot get where we need to go if we don't bring everybody along with us. This transition, we must include everyone. We must be better connected, and we must be more creative. But I think that this better connected, more inspired group of people can make the choices we need to realize the clean energy and climate future that we deserve. So thank you so much for your work. God bless you for being the people who choose to create change, and let's make more change and stand tall for our climate and our future together. Thank you very much.